She's like,
Okay.
yeah, it's fine.
We want to see you.
Okay, thank you. So, today I'll be speaking about goal setting and planning. Why did I choose this? 15 years ago, my daughter was born. And after that, all I could think of for the next 1 year was changing nappies. And I thought, what have I done to myself? I don't see the way ahead. I don't see any goal. All my life, am I going to be like this? But now, when I look back, I see things differently. And especially after going through this series, I think that at any age, like Vijay Lakshmi said, age is no barrier, and we can set our goals at any age, and if we plan it well, we can achieve things. So why do we need a goal? Can someone tell me?
So that we know where we're going.
Where we know we are going? Has anybody here felt as if they are adrift on the ocean? Yeah?
Still.
She also? A lot of students feel, a lot of women feel, not so much the men, I think, because they would have got into some job or the other and there will be some goal or the other. So there's this first picture, he's standing at crossroads, and if someone were to ask him, where do you want to go? And he says, I don't know. And that person will say, okay, you can take anywhere. It does not matter where you reach. There's a second person here who has many directions, who has many things, many options, but he does not know what to choose. I am kind of that person too, because I am good at art, I love dancing, and I love Toastmasters, and now I don't know what to do. So let's see how we proceed. So the options are, for some people, it is a gut feeling. They say, I depend on my gut feeling and I act. For some people, they say, it is my destiny. I'm destined to do this job, so I'm doing it. So whether it's a gut feeling or a destiny, there is a kind of helplessness about this. Do we have to live a helpless life? The choice is yours. A goal is a dream. All of us have dreams. And you can make your dream come true. So how do we make our dream come true? We make our dream our goal, which is the purpose, and we give an action to it, an action plan, and we see our dreams coming true. Okay. So goal setting and planning. A goal is a specific objective you and your team must achieve. Here, since this is not a workshop, a day-long workshop, I can't work with each one of you to set the goals. We will talk about the club goals. So we will talk about the club goals and the team in the club. So a goal is a specific objective. We have to make our goal not something vague, but something very concrete, very specific, and very attainable. And the plan. Like I said, for men, usually, once you join the job, you know, okay, the next step, and the next step. But there are goals in your life where we don't know the steps that we have to take. So we have to find out how we can set the milestones to that goal. So a plan is a blueprint for achieving your goals. Now the characteristics of a goal, there's been a lot of scientific research on how to actually formulate your goal. And this method that we speak of today is the proven method. So it's called SMART. If you're smart, you'll make smart goals. A SMART goal is a very specific goal. it starts with S, and you ask questions like why, when, where, what for you are making the goal, why are you making it, is it really something that you want to do, and the goal has to be measurable. Here you ask questions like how much, how many. So what happens is, there is a measure to where you know that at a particular milestone, you know what you have to achieve, how much you have to achieve, or how many you have to achieve. And then it has to be action oriented, which means that you will have to say, I will do this, I will do that, or I will, let me take an example. Last term, when I was a president, we all decided that, me and my team, we decided that we will do the DCP and we will get the golden gap. We will get the golden gap. So the specific goal was getting the golden gap. And then the milestones towards the goal was, we had to get 4 CCs, we had to get 2 ACs, we had to get many number of other points. So how did we go about it? We made an action plan. And in that action plan, we put in all the steps that we have to take towards getting the goal. The fourth, being realistic. You have to be very realistic about it. If you have 10 members, you can't say we'll get the DC. Or if you have 15 members, you can't say we'll get the DC. We have 45 members. It's a realistic goal that we can achieve the golden gap. There are enough number of people. So a goal should not be too high or too low. It should be achievable. There are people who also use the word R for being relevant. A goal can be relevant. It should be relevant to you. You can't have something, which someone else wants to achieve. Someone else wants to achieve it doesn't mean that you have to achieve the same thing too. So it should be something that is relevant to you. Time bounded. This is probably the most important thing in goal setting, because it has to be grounded in a particular time. If I make a goal that I want to achieve my ACB in 1 year, and ACB has 10 projects. So what does that mean? That means that I have to achieve 10 projects in 1 year, which means that I have to achieve 6 projects in a term, 5 projects in a term, which means approximately 1 project every month. So what would you do? 1 project every month is the first week, you think of the plan, and you think of your idea, and then you speak to your mentor. The second week, you write it out. The third week, you again practice it in front of your mentor. The fourth week, you begin to practice it with yourself in front of your mirror or your video camera or whatever it is. So that is a specific time-bound plan, and it is realistic. You can do it. It's not like you have to do one every day. So you have enough time to do what you want to do. So going back to my term, since it's just passed and we have had a very good experience, when you implement a goal, it is extremely important to involve your team in the goal. What we did last term was, we had a committee meeting on the first month itself. And we have 7 committee members, plus the associate sergeant at arms, plus the associate VP, plus the immediate past president, and the area governor. Everyone came. And we had invited the seniors. Only one senior was available, that was Kadri. He came there, and it was such an energy-packed meeting. I think we'll never forget. Everyone was involved. Each person took responsibility to make 1 goal or 2 goals. And there was so much enthusiasm that after that I did not really have to bother too much. Everyone was coming back to me with their goals. This is important. Write each goal, because only when you write it, you know you can find out. Okay, I want to achieve my AC in 1 year. So then you check: is it a specific goal? Is it a measurable goal? Is it attainable? Is it realistic? Is it time bound? So only when you write it, you can actually look at it and check whether it is a SMART goal. And then it is written, so it's engraved on the paper in your mind, and you will move towards it. Consider what you must do to achieve it, that you will, and regularly review progress. So at each, suppose I have made that AC B in 1 year, then every month I look back and say, okay, have I done this? If I have not, then in the next month I have to do 2. So you regularly review it. The process of planning. An action plan is a necessity if you want to get a result. It just doesn't happen like that. Just because you have a goal, it does not happen. You have to have an action plan towards your goal. And the very process of planning it means that you're spending some energy towards it, you're spending time towards it. So this energy and time actually gives more relevance, and it gives more energy to your goal. It reinforces goals, makes leaders more future oriented. So in that first meeting, I began to think of my last day. I was not thinking of that first day. I was thinking, what do I want to do? What do I want to achieve on that last day when I have to quit? So I had plans. I mean, one was the TCP, one was the Golden Gavel. Then we wanted at least to maintain the number of members, because I knew some of the members would leave. So we had to get more members in. So these were the things that I was thinking of at the beginning of my term. Enables leaders to coordinate decisions. And on that day in Shanti Sagar, when all of us had the meeting, we not just ate nice dosas, but everyone took the initiative. Everyone made their goals, and then it was like we were on the same plane. It was not like I had to tell someone to do something. We were on the same plane. We were just discussing what was to be done. So there are 5 steps to planning. So establish strategy. What is a strategy? A strategy is a human effort to shape the future when things are uncertain. So in this club, if we want to get the Golden Gavel by the end of next year, then we have to have a strategy, because everything is uncertain. We don't know if the members have time. We don't know who's traveling. We don't know, so many things are there for people to give 4 ACs was such a difficult task last term. In spite of having a backup, we really struggled till the last minute. So you have to have strategies in place, and now when doing this program, I realized that I had that shortcoming there. I had to foresee more things, and probably work towards looking at obstacles that might have come and so on. So you have to have strategies in place. You have to have a set timetable, of course. Every month, in 6 months is too short a time. Every month you have to review your goals and see if you are achieving them. If you are not, then you better do something about it. Assign responsibilities. That happens automatically in our club. We have the 7 officers, they automatically take responsibility. Anticipate obstacles. This was where I was speaking about. When Vijay Lakshmi finished her term, our Golden Gavel is the process where we have 2 terms. So it was Vijayalakshmi's term and my term. When she finished her term, we had 4 people who could give their CCs, and we had a backup. But when my term started, two of the CC guys went out of town. They were no more in the club, and the backup was traveling all the time. So it became, we were thinking, what should we do? So there we had to modify the plan. So I spoke to all the team members, and I had Apu in my team. I was very lucky. He was on project 3, and in 3 months he did the rest of his projects and the projects. And then there was Srinivas Raju, who was traveling, and it was very hard for him to work towards his goal. Although he just had 3 projects, it was very hard for him to actually even come to the club. So what we did was, we looked at his mentor, Satyanarayan Raju. I wish he was here, I had a gift for him. He coordinated with us, and he made us proud by, making Srinivas Raju achieve his 10th goal and 10th project. So we had all our CCs. I know it's very dry. Okay. Participation allows team members to exercise their creativity. This is where I want to really tell you about one more team member of this year who was there last year and this year. Everyone knows that we function on a shoestring budget. And this particular member is this time's VPPR, and she has so many plans. And she wants to have points for all the members who participate and things like that. And she wants to give gifts. Now, how do we give gifts when we are on a shoestring budget? And that to every month. So she, on her own initiative, she has spoken to Kadri sir and asked him for 10 copies of his book, of his signature book. And he has agreed. So, these are that is Priyanka. Can you give her a big round? So, when the team members are involved, everyone's involved, everyone knows what you're going through. It's not just the president who is, feeling the pressure. Then everyone begins to chip in their ideas, and more the ideas, the better it is. And apply problem solving skills. That's what she did. There was a problem, she solved it. Increase commitment to achieve the established goals. Apu did his 7 projects in 3 months because he was committed. Because he was part of my team, he knew that we had to achieve the goals, and his commitment increased when we knew that we were under stress. So, the Distinguished Club Program, this is set by TMI, and this is what we have achieved. I wish I had done this program before, because I would have not only done the DCP, but I would have thought of doing more things. That is something that I regret, that we could have had much more fun in the club than we already had. A little bit about the members' groups. All of us members, we all are part of Toastmasters, we are all part of this club, and the club is aligned to the district. So the district goal is to get the President Distinguished Award. President Distinguished District Award. And if the district has to get that, we as members have to contribute to it. And how do we contribute? I want every member to openly commit one leadership goal and one educational goal. I commit today that here in this next 6 months, that is in this term, that to my VPE that in this next 6 months I will get ALB and ACE. So can I have one commitment from someone else? Tarun, I want yours.
I would be more regular to Sunshine.
Yeah, great.
CL. I'm coming to CL.
CL, I want more. Someone else.
Halfway through my ACS, I'll complete.
Okay.
I finished PCM and half of my
ACP. Okay.
ACS.
ACS. Any CCs, I want CCs also. Venkat, Priyanka. Great, Srinivas Mukherjee. So
As a mentor, I'll ensure that
there you have it. So I made my VPs and my president's job easier. So you have the
I got
Yes.
an eye on them.
yeah. So participate and commit in the DCP program. Work with your mentor. Work with your mentor. This is the most important thing because experience helps. And to work with the VPE. Here we have the most beautiful VPE. VPE. Why won't you work with her? Next.
we commit officially.
So conclusion, goal setting and planning equals a successful leader. You are on your way to achieving your dreams. Back.